Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. And even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Hi everybody, my name's Troy Hawes and welcome once again to another edition of My Acoustic Lounge. Today we're going to go back to the mid-80s and review a great song called Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It was written by Roland Orzabal, Ian Stanley, and another gentleman named Chris Hughes. Of course, performed by Tears for Fears. Everybody Wants to Rule the World peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1985. Now, before we get started, be sure to click the subscribe button, as I'm always trying to put up new content on a regular basis. In addition, if you like my guitar tutorials and covers, you might actually also like my original music, which can now be purchased or streamed from any one of your favorite online music providers. Simply look up Troy Hawes and you'll find my music there. So what we're going to do first is we're going to look at the chords that you're going to need to know. Then we're going to perform an acoustic lounge version of this great song. Afterwards, we'll go in depth and have a closer look at the chord progression. And as always, I'm going to use a great backbeat from my Beat Buddy by Singular Sound. So if you want to learn a great pop rock song from the 80s, stick around. We're going to get started right now. Okay, in order to get all the way through Everybody Wants to Rule the World, you're going to need to know 6 chords. Let's have a look at them right now. The first one is a standard A chord. Now, this song calls for a variation of the A chord called an A over D. The only difference between the two is you remove your finger from the 4th string and it becomes the A over D chord. That's it. Slight difference, but enough to make a difference in this song. What do we have here? We also have a G chord as well. And a slight variation to the G chord. In this song, I actually use a G bar chord as well. I use a standard G chord in the verses and in the bridge, but in the pre-chorus and the chorus, I actually use the bar chord. When we get to the chord progression, I'll explain why I do that. What else is there? There's an E minor. There is an F sharp minor bar chord. And then finally, there's a D. That's it. Those 6 chords are going to get you all the way through this great song. Let's get to the cover.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. And even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own desire. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and the pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to. There's a room where the light won't find you. Hold hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. Can't stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule the world. Say that you'll never, never, never need it. One headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world.
Okay, let's get to the chord progression of this great song. Now, the bottom line here is that this song is very, very easy to play. The challenge, at least I find, is to sing this song. And here's why. If you're hoping to play along in standard tuning with the original album version from Tears for Fears, you're going to find that to be a problem because they tune their guitars different than standard tuning. This is not an uncommon practice back in the 80s. Because songs were sung in such a high key, quite often bands tune their guitars either up or down to help accommodate a singer's singing style. And that's just what Tears for Fears did with this song. Of course, we're going to keep it in standard tuning, and that makes it even more challenging to sing. So keep that in mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this into basically 4 parts. We're going to look at the verse first, then we're going to look at the chorus. We'll jump then into the bridge, and then we'll finish things off with a look at that intro that immediately identifies this song. You have to know the intro if you want to be able to play this song and have people go, oh yeah, this is a good song. With that, let's get to the verses. Okay, starting on the A over D chord. Here we go. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you. And then that jumps into the pre-chorus and the chorus. Let's have a look. Okay, starting on the E minor chord, here we go with the chorus. Acting on your best behavior, turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. That's it. Now, as you noticed, I actually used the G bar chord rather than the G chord. And here's why. because of the chord progression, you go from an E minor to that F minor. Now, because my finger shapes are already in the form of a bar chord, I find it easier just to slide up to the next fret to the G, as opposed to going E minor, F minor, G chord, and then back to the F minor. The choice is yours. If you'd prefer just to play the G chord rather than the bar chord, go right ahead. Whatever is more comfortable for you. Let's have a closer look now at that bridge. Okay, the bridge. It sounds and looks something like this. There's a room where the night won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. And that again takes you back into the pre-chorus and chorus. Let's finish things off with a look at that opening riff that's oh so important to this song. Okay, that opening riff, which is very, very important part of the song. In fact, I think the most important part of the song to help set it up, to help identify it, to help get the tone going. Most of the action occurs between the 7th and the 5th fret of the 1st and 2nd string. But it doesn't start there. It starts on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then basically you're going to slide up to the 7th fret. So that's it. Then the next note in the progression is going to be the 1st string of the 5th fret. So again. And then the final note that you're going to need is the 1st string of the 7th fret. Now, those are all the notes. It's time to learn the rhythm of it. I'll try to slow it down for you. And that's it. You've just learned Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Thank you for tuning in to my Acoustic Lounge. My name is Troy Hawes. Again, if you like my guitar tutorials and covers, please, please, please consider subscribing. I do truly, truly appreciate it. Till the next time, keep playing. Music is good for the soul.